Well, lots to play for here for Golden 5 and for Super Valiant as they move into what could well be their last game here at CFS 2019. It is a best of one though, Ian. We've already seen from Golden 5 at Egypt that they can take maps off of Super Valiant. It's not out of the realms of possibility that we may see Super Valiant knocked out here in the group stage.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, this Golden 5 roster, I mean, they literally are the Golden 5 in terms of what Europe can bring. I like this roster. It's a very good individual talent on it. And as I say that, look at that. They're just going to dismantle Super Valiant's three-man stack on the B site with absolute ease, only dropping Blame, who arguably could be one of the best players. Oh, that's a big miss from Emzen.
Blame has certainly been solid in previous years. I was pretty impressed by what I've seen so far from Dennis as well today in that match against Kingzone. I thought he stepped up quite nicely.
But wait until you see FaZe. I mean, FaZe, this is his map. I mean, this Black Widow with the sniper, that's where we're really going to get to see him reach his either full potential or maybe just become just another name on the roster.
Well, FaZe has been around for quite a long time and well respected. He's going to be a very solid player. Good trade from Jin.
Yep.
First round on the board for Golden 5, and I hope to see them getting a couple of early rounds on the board here as well, because I think they're going to be quite a momentum-based team.
They're on the attacking side, Jordan, so we've seen already that it can be quite difficult to get attacking rounds against the Chinese team, and the way that they did it looked bloody impressive, I got to say. So we'll wait and see how this half rather pans out, but for the time being, you couldn't have asked for a better start from the Golden 5. They're spread out heavily across the map, and one thing you've got to remember, Jordan, the Super Valiant team likes their individuals pushing up and being a complete nuisance to the other team, and you see that already with N9, who loves to push short. Good double stack in the middle with double Q baiting for Yaz. And FaZe looking to get that pick on the B site. If he can get double Q or Formy.
Yeah, Formy is jumping around and potentially giving the opportunities there to FaZe. I think he's just been spotted that time.
I mean, you've got to wonder though, if you've got Formy jumping around at that door, does that make him think that maybe this closer room is clear?
Probably does.
Yeah.
Which it is.
It is.
And so they're going to push their way in slowly. This is a lot of territory to be gaining for Golden 5.
Yeah, but a four-man stack in the middle already for Super Valiant.
A couple of good smokes and flashes might well get Golden 5 into the bomb site here. They're going to go off the back of it. Super Valiant will swing out from mid, but it hasn't worked well at all. It's a 2-for-1 trade. Now finally WQ starts to get involved, but he is also dismantled by Dennis, who has been playing well today. He's at 3-0 so far in this matchup as well. N9 and Emzen tasked with the disadvantageous clutch, and N9, a danger man. He gets all three. That'll be the end of Golden 5 in that round, and N9 is one of those guys that likes to get excited after a big clutch, and you're going to see that straight away.
Yeah, well, when they win, he is very excited, but when they lose, he's
a stone face when they lose.
Very, very cold player, yeah. So Jin again with a great entry. WQ going to trade him out effectively. And that was a nice fast maneuver again. Super Valiant going for that B push.
It's not a round that Super Valiant was expected to win, so that's not a great sign early on in the piece.
Particularly from N9. I mean, those two kills he got were just amazing. So fast. Emzen had such a disgusting position that I don't think there's any way FaZe can actually get that shot fairly.
It's just the kind of round, though, that Golden 5 will look to and say we probably should have won that. And if we are the underdogs in this matchup, need to be taking advantage of every single advantageous round we have. Good entry from Dennis again, being the difference maker for Golden 5 as he dispatches of N9, who historically has been the best player at Crossfire Stars in previous years.
Seven's had to fall back to get the bomb, and now he's isolated.
Does he know that Yazi's here? No, he doesn't, but luckily survives for the moment. And Seven, the jumping headshot! Oh, done it again! That is insane from Seven. And Golden 5 will be very pleased to see that. He really had to do that himself. He was on his own.
He was absolutely cooked otherwise.
How's he managed that?
Oh, Emzen maybe going for the shot through the floor. We've seen it time and time again, but instead it's Blame he walks into. Low HP too.
Wow.
Wow.
That's a solid shot from Emzen.
Yeah. And that's a round that they should have won, and they did. So despite all of that work that Super Valiant put into the start of that round, Golden 5 were able to manage a comeback. And, I mean, you've got to put it down to that superb pistol play by Seven. That really saved the round.
I mean, Seven is one of the players here on the roster. In fact, probably the player on this roster that has been around the longest, and he's had the most pedigree as a player as well. He was in that flip side roster that came second place in 2016, but wasn't quite able to get the win over this very team, Super Valiant, who at the time were known as Vici.
You've really got to say, this has got to be one of the best rosters he's ever been in charge of. And I think with his pedigree, I mean, they're looking a good chance here against Super Valiant.
At least so far.
They've taken maps off them before, so nothing is impossible. It's just a BO1. This is their best chance. Now, they're set up waiting for aggression, but Super Valiant is holding seemingly as if they've been taught the way. Golden 5 now able to dictate the pace. FaZe waiting for this peak from Emzen. Instead, it's a jump across. And he's going to opt for moving on after being spotted out. 3 players in the B site. Maybe FaZe spotted 2 of them, which would indicate that Golden 5 should rotate across towards the A site. That's a lot of territory for N9 to have, as he has complete long control. But instead, it could just be a double fake. We'll have to see what 7 does with this utility. A minute left on the clock. You're going to see Golden 5 capitulate on this short. Only coming up against Yaz.
It's all going to come down to N9 here if he gets the timing right, which he has done indeed. FaZe was watching it, but just pulls away.
It's not the C4, though.
A couple of seconds too early.
Now we activate 7, surely.
Now we activate Emzen, I think, with that Orm. He's got the opportunities, but hasn't landed the shots. N9 to try and help him out, but Jin inevitably is going to be able to run Emzen down. Yazi now dives up onto the bomb site and will get 2. A long spray down catches Jin quite substantially. I think that tells a story of itself. The picture's on your screen. Super Valiant putting everything into this one. 2 apiece now as they peg back another round.
You didn't get to see a whole lot of the action there on that round, but effectively it was just a short push that they couldn't really cover every single angle. I thought they did extremely well to do away with Emzen in the way that they did, but just not enough players, and obviously with N9 on the flank and the added pressure of not being able to clear out long, ended up being too much for Golden 5.
Yes. It seems Golden 5 were certainly expecting that aggression from Super Valiant, which, to be fair, is a good adaptation because Super Valiant have been aggressive so far on this defensive side. Pushing now into the bomb side is Golden 5, and a very, very nice entry from 7 and Blame. Will be the end of N9 and Emzen, and they're still expecting that extra player. All onto WQ now, and he's cleaned up by 7, just jumping across short. And Golden 5, I mean, they are performing quite admirably right now here against Super Valiant.
Well, nice work there by Golden 5. It was at least, a very clean round, and that's what you want to see. The gamble from Super Valiant, they do continue to put 4 players towards the B site. Wow, N9 just gets terminated by Blame. Absolutely.
That's a good way of putting it.
Just deleted from the game. Yaz, pretty quiet though. It's still sitting down towards those middle doors. Full B control for Super Valiant. Given up. As they need to start thinking about the end of this round. Golden 5 just ready for anything at this point. Now, this is what you want to see, FaZe. This is what Anubis kind of did wrong. They didn't have anyone going out towards long and securing that position while the rest of the team could pincer attack maybe through short. They've already killed their 9, so that's 1 less player on the A site that they know of.
It's really good. Map control being taken by Golden 5. Fairly early in the round as well. Still a minute and a half left to work with for Golden 5.
I think they also know that the longer they take in these rounds, the more adventurous sometimes Super Valiant is getting. As you can see, 7 is just waiting patiently for that B push. And I think this is one of the most key duels of the round. Emzen versus FaZe.
Yeah, I mean, if Emzen goes down here, that's a free bomb site for Golden 5, essentially. A 5v3 would not be defendable for Super Valiant, particularly the form that Golden 5 are in. But Yazi starts to creep close, as does Blame. It's down to the 1v1, and it does go in the end. A 1-4-1. WQ's there as well, and he'll continue the spray to get 2. But Emzen, as of yet, has not given away his position. Unknown for now. FaZe falls off the line, but Emzen misses the shot. He's having a bit of a shocker at the moment, though, being dragged through the round by his teammates. For me, will secure his first kill for this map. FaZe is spotted, and Emzen will connect the shot this time. He took a little while to get going, but there is a good old solid Emzen. And again, 1 round the way of Golden 5, 1 back the way of Super Valiant. No one breaking that pattern so far.
Well, the interesting part for me is that I think Golden 5 were pretty well poised to win that round. But Emzen's position obviously becoming too important for just staying alive on the A site. But the fact that 7 goes down there really was the make or break for that round. So Now we'll see Golden 5 make a lot of noise as they head towards the B site and obviously take that map control, and hopefully they do not relinquish it to Super Valiant. This is something that they've missed from the start of their rounds. But Blame with a great pick onto Emsen. That's very key. They'll know that middle's potentially open and maybe think twice before committing to this B site. It does have 2 players sitting in it already. And the rotation, you can see Super Valiant, they're always very eager to be fast on the rotate. N9 with a lot of control on long. I'm not too happy about that.
Looks like he's going to continue the adventure forward as well. Is Golden 5 watching for it? The answer's no for now. So that'll be a fast rotate for Super Valiant, if nothing else. But if he does end up pushing through here at the right timing, maybe he even gets behind Golden 5.
Blame is lurking towards the middle of the map. So he is going to be the linchpin when this B attack does eventually go out, should they be successful in gaining these entry kills.
Hasn't been the easiest of tasks, though, for Golden 5 to be getting those entries, particularly because it's WQ that plays on this side of the map. And he's been having a good, solid performance so far today. Blame, however, does get Yazi. And that's a spanner in the works for Super Valiant. But N9 is much the same for Golden 5. They had thoughts of making their way back to A. Yeah. They've run straight into N9, who gets a double kill, and we're back to a 3v3. Now with 35 seconds for Golden 5 to get into the bomb site. And WQ is pushing out. He's going to catch Jin. FaZe is here. Can he make the difference? And no, WQ will double down once again, true to his name. And it's all on to Blame. So much work to do. Another round that slips away from Golden 5.
Not sure how Jin wasn't able to pick up those noises from WQ or how he remained silent. But again, Blame getting that pick would have been the perfect time for them to execute onto the B site and allow him to come up through middle. But instead, because of that pick, they opted to fall back towards the A site. N9 again on the aggression, instant rotate. Really does well to get the 2 kills as well. You've got to give him credit for making the shots.
There's 2 rounds in a row, though, for Golden 5 where they start with the initial frag and they're not able to capitalize on it. Yep. Now Super Valiant finding the pick courtesy of Emsen. And the pressure really does shift now onto the shoulders of Golden 5. They've had their opportunities. They've let them slip. Now can they do the same as what Super Valiant have been able to do? Come back from a deficit.
Yeah, the thing is,
decisive.
It's looking like Super Valiant are going to take out this half, right? Because they're doing so much work on the map that Golden 5 just don't even know about.
Yeah, but Golden 5 have looked so good, and you just feel as though they could have a little bit more here. WQ... He's good for 1 this time for me to try and hold off the rest of the offensive from Golden 5, and that's going to go well because he's got the backup of Yazi sitting in middle. All things considered, Super Valiant happy with the situation here, a 3v1. This time it's Jin stuck in a pretty sticky situation.
Yeah, 3-on-1, what can you do? Just delaying the inevitable, really, when you're up against players of the caliber of Super Valiant. Emsen sitting in that window with his cheeky little crouch peeks. You know you won't be able to take the duel for free against Formy. N9 will peak instantly. Yeah.
Just a little disappointing for Golden 5 that they have let it get to this point, because realistically it feels like they could be the team that's up 5-3
well, for some reason they continue to avoid hitting A. And that's where they've been able to find all their entry kills for free.
WQ's not on that side of the map either.
Yeah. Well, he hasn't. Do you think he's really been the thorn in the side? I think he's been the guy that's really just come in and mopped up on the back of everyone else. I mean, WQ last round, to be honest, he was 1 versus 3 in that B area and survived so long. He didn't get a kill, but he just survived for so much longer than you'd expect.
Yeah, I think WQ's had a couple of rounds where he's been able to find some pretty impactful frags. Here we go again. This time just cleaned up. That's better from Golden 5. The decisiveness, but it hasn't worked out well. For me, is doing some real work here, but it inevitably gets traded down as well. Super Valiant with a 3v3. Emsen peeking from the window.
Yeah, that window peek position is so not fair.
FaZe is going to get run over on the rotate from Super Valiant, but in the meanwhile, Golden 5 are doing good work to get into the B site.
Oh, this could be...
And
Oh, no.
Gets the bomb carrier for free.
What is he thinking? Where are they going? I'm so confused.
I'm not sure why they don't just plant there on the B site. 7 here takes the challenge and cops a huge beating in that aim duel, and a headshot to boot as well for N9. A cheeky grin out from him as well. Feeling confident is Super Valiant as they go up 6-3 at the end of the half. And dare I say, some questionable decisions being made by Golden 5 there, I think has been their undoing in the first half when things were looking so damn good. Good way to put it, I suppose. Let's get it on here. Super Valiant will be feeling like that is the way to go. Golden 5, though.
Those are some copyrighted words there, I think.
Golden 5, though, certainly have some gyroing to do.
Well, yeah, I mean, FaZe has gone deep down short on an expedition, unable to find anyone. So that's some information for keeps. 6-9 at the half. I mean, it's not what you want if you're Golden 5, but I'd say this is definitely favoured towards the defence. This B site, you know, it used to be very difficult. I remember people would have a lot of trouble holding it, but nowadays, just the 2 is enough. As we can see, standard 3-man attack on rather on the defensive side for Golden 5. 1 long, 1 mid-long, and 1 holding short. Very quiet in the approach of Super Valiant. They haven't made a single noise across the map yet. And despite 7 roaming around, he hasn't been able to find anyone either. Super Valiant head towards B. Get a bit of a sixth sense feeling and then head over towards A.
Well, the later that they leave it.
Yeah, just the 2 players here. I mean, you know, 7's going to be in a really good spot to rotate as well if he gets to that window, but a lot of pressure will be on FaZe to get this opening shot.
7 is at the window right now, so this is a good crossfire, but FaZe just misses it, and 7's not quite there for the trade. Emson caught napping, but he is the only one that is caught napping in the end there, as Golden 5 just really fall apart on the A bomb site. It seemed like they had a good setup, but they just didn't hit their shots.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to wonder. There's no pressure on FaZe to hit that shot. No flashbangs, no grenades, no smokes, and yet he still misses. The rest is easy now. You're on a 4-on-1. If I'm Super Valiant, I'm just running to get this round over and done with. 7 only getting the 1, though, despite having an easy kill lined up.
So we might have a pause coming out here because I did see 4 players in the server for Golden 5 at the end of that last round.
Yeah.
Someone's disconnected.
Someone's gone home early.
It seems like it for Golden 5 right now, doesn't it?
It must have been whoever was holding long. Would it be Jin? No, Blame. Because, I mean, they didn't have any impact on the end of that round. So, and that's really unfortunate for Golden 5 because they did have 3 players towards the A site by the time the short hit came through. But again, FaZe missing that initial entry, that's going to hurt the most. 7 getting 1, you could say his job is done, but...
Yeah. FaZe needs to get 1 as well, at least.
Yeah. Yeah. Just 1, maybe more. Maybe 5.
Yeah, 7's got the headset back on straight away, so hopefully it won't be too long of a pause. I mean, he was the one that was communicating and figuring out what seemed to be the problem. Some confused looking faces, I think, there for Super Valiant as well at the end of that round as they saw the pause come out, wondering what's going on over there.
Yeah,
but
they already know.
It seems like business as usual here, I think. Pretty quick turnaround.
Oh, it wouldn't be their first technical pause. What are you thinking, Jordan?
Just wondering what Golden 5 can do to get back into this game, because it really does seem like they're kind of out of it now. Just not hitting the same shots that they were. I mean, those first 3 rounds that we saw from Golden 5 looked really good. Yeah. And, like, where's that gone? You know, where is that pizzazz?
Well, I mean, look, it's only early days in the second half. They have just lost 1 round, but...
Starting to run out of time, though.
Sorry?
They're starting to run out of time.
Oh, yes, of course. Well, I mean, look, for me, the thing is, they're all the caliber that can bring this back. And if they can put up that brick wall of defense, then anything is possible. Although Emson holding down middle against FaZe, who doesn't really strike me as having a great game so far, is a little bit daunting.
Was a little rough in the first half for FaZe, that is for sure. Although, moving on to the defense may make life a little easier for the sniper. But 7-3 after the first round of the half went the way of Super Valiant. We're back into the swing of things. Emson's taking a bit of a peek into mid.
This will be one of the crucial kills. N9 already solidifies shorts, allowing Emson to peek up, and now this is where FaZe needs to hit this shot.
Yeah, have to answer, I think. Golden 5, you can't afford this to go to 8-3.
Wow.
And Emson Peak's advantage is just going to catch FaZe so quick indeed. And that's more or less the A site taken. Like, look at how far down long the other Golden 5 player is. I think it's Blame. And the rotation to come across is just going to be way too slow here. Super Valiant have essentially waltzed into the A site for free.
Yeah, this is where Golden 5 are going to have to reassemble and get ready for the retake, but they won't be able to do that because Formi's over at the B bomb site waiting. And they also have Yasi sitting in middle in short, just waiting for that rotate as well. So look, Super Valiant, they've got the bomb site for free. This is going to mean a whole heap of problems for Golden 5 on the retake.
Blame's going to have to do something special, isn't he? Waiting for the distraction from his teammates. Dennis does get caught out in the open. Formi from behind, but it's Jin that steps up here for Golden 5, and someone needed to do it. Back into the 2v2. Maybe they can sneak a defuse through here, Golden 5. Formi charging forward, but covered off well by 7, and Jin has got the defuse. Golden 5 get away with a streaky one, but a desperately needed round indeed.
Yeah, absolutely taking one out of Anubis' book and getting in that defuse right onto the noses of Super Valiant. So a round is a round.
I like that, though, from Golden 5. They assessed the situation very well. They knew they needed to get on that bomb defuse.
Well, that was the issue with Super Valiant getting the bomb site for free, but Yazi's already managed to find his way up short.
Oh, has he? Blame doing some work here, but unfortunately the pins will topple quite quickly. It's Golden 5 that just get cleaned up by Super Valiant.
Oh.
Not expecting the pace.
They seem a little bit upset about that last round.
I think you would be.
Yeah, just a fast rush short, catching Golden 5 completely off guard, mixing up the pace. Beautiful work there by Super Valiant.
Nice shots from Dennis.
Yeah.
But unfortunately doesn't really help him out too much. 3v1 is still a very dire situation with 20 seconds left to go. He's got to get a wriggle on here. And inevitably, Super Valiant will play it perfectly. They're not even taking the peak, not giving him the opportunity.
Well, he's won a 1v3 already today, so
yeah,
I would not give him the opportunity either. And, I mean, you've got to weigh up how much this actually means to Super Valiant.
It's for a spot in the quarterfinals, so big stuff on the line.
Yeah. All right, another fast round by Super Valiant. They quickly assemble towards middle.
Well, FaZe, this might be a pretty decent grenade, but regardless, it doesn't matter as he is going to fall, and N9 is on a rampage. He's on a mission, pushing his way forward as Blame tries to hold down middle. He's very low on HP, but Jin, again, steps up well for Golden 5, and what an absolute bloodbath in mid that was for Golden 5. But
no, but you've got to give Golden 5 the credit for taking down Super Valiant after they coordinate, coming out middle. They just get absolutely decimated. Golden 5 showing some, I don't know, like some steel at once, finally able to prove that they can take it to Super Valiant in an aim duel.
You've got to think about how important every single one of these rounds is for Golden 5 as well. If they end up losing this, it'll go into the wild card scenario where you end up calculating how many rounds are there for each team that came third in their group, and then 2 of them will come through to the quarterfinals regardless. So, you know, to get a 6 or 7 rounds on the board here for Golden 5 against Super Valiant is not going to put them in a terrible position.
No, you're right, actually. That's a good point to make. So, but they're also not out of this game yet. Super Valiant still need 2 more rounds on the attacking side to finish this one, or the players are spread out evenly across the map. Still not sure where the C4 will end up. Looks like it will be heading towards B, although you can't ever really rest on that as the flash grenade comes out, catching Super Valiant.
Imagine if that was an actual grenade.
Yeah, it would have been very well done.
A lot of utility being used here by Golden 5 to slow Super Valiant down. Some progression on long as well from 7, who's getting some info there, but the rotation coming back into mid now from Super Valiant.
To me, these fakes happen all the time, Jordan, and they just seem super obvious to me. Does anyone ever throw anything and then just wait and then go? No, no one ever double pumps. So when I see this 30-second wait between here firing the hole and then no noise across the map, I'm almost guaranteed it's going to be the other side.
FaZe a little bit worried about what's going on in mid, but needs to keep his eyes on short. That is where the danger is going to come from. He's got teammates in mid watching it. Again, the shot is missed. This is not great from FaZe. A second goes awry as well. And once more, SV make their way into the side as FaZe. He tries to fade away onto long, but inevitably gets caught by WQ. Now N9 spots 7 there as well, and Blame. And Golden 5 are in a very dangerous spot right now. Blame creeping forward. Dennis does get the trade onto N9, but it's really not going to help Golden 5 all that much. 7 doing some good work with the Orm, and Dennis stepping up once again in middle. This has put the numbers advantage back in the shoulders of Golden 5, but they don't have much time to work with now. Only about 5 seconds. And unfortunately, again, just not able to get the job done. They're not being able to stop Super Valiant getting into the bomb sites, and I think that's where the real issue is lying with Golden 5.
Well, it was a 3-on-2 on the retake, to be honest, Jordan. It was just came down to a couple of sloppy shots towards the end. Emzen were doing a great job to get one with the Orm and then one with the pistol as well. So you've got to put it down to the star power of Super Valiant. Golden 5 knew exactly where their positions would be in the post-plant situation, and there was time left on the clock to defuse it, but again, Super Valiant just seemed to win those aim duels even though they're outnumbered.
Well, even to get it into that close situation, Golden 5 had to do something a little special. Still, 1 round to go for Super Valiant, so it's not over just yet for Golden 5. But FaZe is 0-4 in this second half, and I think he might have got 1 or 2 kills in the first half as well. It's not been the game that he's needed to have against a team like Super Valiant.
Well, let's see if this fake catches anyone off guard. The counter grenade already doing some damage onto N9. And another one. Well, you did say, imagine if it was a grenade.
Maybe Golden 5 is listening.
Looks like they are going to go on the aggression here, and they want to walk into 4 Super Valiant players.
That's not what you want to see at all. Jin, he's stuck in the corner now, has to fight his way out. There's plenty of players there, but 7, he might be able to salvage this. A lot of damage was done to Emzen and to Yazi. And chaos right now for Super Valiant. Emzen watching the doors. 7 will spot him out. This is a superhuman performance from 7. He continues the push forward, hits WQ down to low HP, and gets rid of him as well. This is great from 7, and only now executed by Yazi. But he has given his team a chance in the round. FaZe 0-4 in this half.
Yep.
Must step up in this round.
That was a superb hero play by 7. Exactly what you want from a captain's knock. FaZe, the timing. Whose side will it be on?
Well, he's got no idea where Yazi's going, unfortunately.
I think he's booked it, man. I think 22 seconds left. Yazi's gone mid to A. It's going to come down to this. Oh, will he cat? Oh, this is a very difficult position to predict. Although he knows the bomb is planted towards the A site, so there's only a couple of positions he could have got to that quickly. It's either behind the satellite or behind that box, and he spots him out. Yazi, and he takes him down.
Well,
what an important clutch there by FaZe.
If you're going to pick up your first kill of the half, it might as well be in the 1v1 clutch. You can see a little bit of a pat on the back there as well, I think.
And that's what you want too. You don't want to be left on your own when you're not performing. You want your team backing you up.
And I think Golden 5 is a good team for that. You can really see the teamwork there. They've got each other's backs, but can they get out of this situation? Is Super Valiant going to throw something quick at Golden 5 here, which is what they like to do after losing a round like that? Not going to be the case this time. Super Valiant slow down on long. But pressure's back on Golden 5. You know, you've gotten through that 1 round, but they've still got more ahead.
They've got another card up their sleeve, Jordan, a 5-man push towards long. We haven't seen Golden 5 deal with that yet, and that is a position that FaZe is covering single-handedly, and we know he has been missing his shots so far. So,
yep. Maybe the 1v1 builds some confidence, though.
And they only need the 1 round. Oh, they opt out. Okay.
Big push here from Blame up short. He's going to get down mid as well. Does he continue further? That could be a mistake.
I think he can actually hear them in there. In the spawn. Yeah, he's definitely heard them on the spawn. So you can see the B aggression coming out from Golden 5 is quickly going to fall back.
Blame catches 1 and 2. Good stuff from Blame.
Why are they leaving the B site?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, where do they think they're going? Please don't do that. You've got the man advantage now. There's no need to stack.
Nothing crazy from Golden 5 is what we want to see now. We just need to see some good, solid, standard defense. The 2-1-2 split sounds good to me right now, but Blame is going to go on the aggressive again, and that gives up a kill to N9.
Jordan, this is a head scratcher right now. I'm not sure what that's about.
These are not the kind of mistakes that Golden 5 can afford to make.
Nice work by Seven. He's definitely feeling it today. Excellent work by him to just take control, and that sort of confidence is what's going to undo Super Valiant, but Golden 5 keep second guessing all of their decisions. Seven definitely carrying the load at the moment.
You got Jin on the bomb site here, though, that Super Valiant are pushing towards, and Jin has been very good today for Golden 5. Has the backup of Dennis, who
Crossfire is infallible.
similarly has been solid, but it is for me. And a 1v3, definitely doable. Rough, but doable.
Oh, come on, you know he's there.
Does indeed. Won't be able to get across into mid either. Seven is there. It's one more for Golden 5. Important rounds, regardless of whether this is a win or a loss.
The question is, how many times can Blame push through middle and get away with 2 kills? And I think that's going to be where, you only get so many opportunity to do these things. And now this time it's going to be FaZe. And I mean, the problem is with Blame doing it just the round before, you got to expect that Super Valiant are ready for it.
Yeah, it's a little bit different, though, this time from Golden 5, because FaZe is doing it a lot earlier in the round.
True.
Not finding too much information, though. And
at the end of the day, that's exactly what N9 was doing. It was so effective.
lots of presence over toward the B side. I think FaZe does get spotted there, and that'll also similarly get the information for Golden 5 that Super Valiant are on this side of the map.
Oh, those grenades doing a little bit of damage. Every little bit helps. I don't know about all 3 players stacked into this room. I'm not sure about the aggressive play from Golden 5. Super Valiant have opted to wait here many times at the start of the round. And many times we have seen Golden 5 take this fight.
Doing it again. It's the exact same strategy. Dennis down into dirty water. Dennis, he has gotten for me, but it's not a favorable trade. Super Valiant getting the numbers on the board right now. A 4 versus 2. And Golden 5 once again need a superhuman play. Once again, it's FaZe with all of the weight of the world on his shoulders.
They've spotted him.
But a 1 versus 3. He's going to have to step up something chronic here for Golden 5. Straight through mid goes FaZe. He might catch WQ. Watching the wrong direction. WQ gets the first blood. And that'll be that. It is Super Valiant through to the quarterfinals. And Golden 5 with a valiant effort, but just not able to stand up against the Chinese powerhouse.